What up, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Let's see what is in store for you this May 2024. What's going on for Pisces, Spirit? What's going on for Pisces in May? No! Did I just see what I think I saw? I did. Why? Ugh, I don't like this. I'm a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and North Node, so trust me, I have some invested interest in this reading. Why are we showing up as a Three of Swords this month of May? The hell's that about, Spirit? Oh, understand your beliefs, values, and boundaries, teaching, morality, education, divine wisdom, kindness, and tradition, with the Fool in reverse. I feel like I still need some clarification around this, because I'm like, why are we heartbroken around our faith? They said there's something we're not seeing in May, and it's creating impatience. There's something we're not seeing in May, and it's creating impatience. What the hell aren't we seeing? Wasteful, disposition of ideas, unrealistic, blocked, inactive, distraction. Okay, it feels like in May, there's a part of us that's just like, why are we still having these financial issues? Why are we still in this situation where our money is coming in and going out just as fast as it shows up, it goes to another thing, which is creating a lot of instability within our foundation of self, like feeling safe. And so that's also creating a lot of distrust and heartache. And I feel like, you know, May is a month of us really feeling like, Spirit, where the fuck are you? Like, God, hook it up. God, hit my phone up, you know, like, what is going on here? Why is it that my abundance comes and goes? Why can't it be this sustainable foundation? And wow, okay, all right, well, shit. What's crossing us? Justice. Okay, so these are things that need to happen. This is, May is working out some karmic justice is still at play. And so I think that, like, there's an aspect of us kind of getting to this impatient place of like, bro, we've put in the fucking work. We're doing the damn thing. Like, we're exhausting ourselves. All we want is a goddamn nap. And yet, you know, we're still keeping the faith and still going and still building, but what the fuck? So essentially, I just feel like Spirit is telling us this month that things are still shaking out. You're still going to receive your good karma. You might still be in the paycheck to paycheck vibe for a minute, but just know that the scales are getting into balance. Wow, I'm just noticing underlying energy here is the Ace of Cups. So that is like definitely not just a band-aid. This is like a full healing of this experience. Open your heart and receive open your heart and receive the emotions around you. Unconditional love, new feelings, new friendships, beauty, opulence. You earned everything. Pleasure and self-love. So we really are receiving a lot of healing around our life. Truly, it just feels like this isn't showing up in like a relationship. It just feels like our connection to Spirit feels tested and restored all at the same time in the month of May. Okay, what's going on in our external world? Whoa, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, abundance, baby, financial abundance too. So this month, again, tested and healed all at the same time. It's like you were so close to paying off all of your debts and you finally did it, but then that meant you drained your bank account. But then boom, you get this beautiful opportunity where money is coming in again. And so it's like you keep getting put to the razor's edge and then shown once again that like you are taken care of, you are capable, you are abundant. And the fact that it's a 10 means that this is a completion. So it, again, feels like with the Justice card coming out, it's like whatever you've been stressing on financially, whatever, like how it's been affecting your emotional landscape, it feels like that is being tested and healed all at the same time this month. Buckle up, Pisces. Oi. All right, what's going on underneath the surface for us? King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, makes total sense. When we are in this wave of burnout and also creative expansion and putting in our work and then exhausted again, burning the candle at both ends kind of thing, it definitely makes sense that our internal landscape would be one of feeling fucking exhausted, of just feeling like, ugh, another thing, why? And it's possible you may be feeling unattractive this month, have a little bit of, how I'm hearing it is body dysmorphia, but I'm not, what's the word? I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm not going as far as to diagnose something, but it definitely is giving the vibe of looking at yourself with a little bit more critical eye, feeling a little less sexy, a little more burnt out, all of that. So just heads up, you might, like, just be gentle with yourself, okay? Be gentle with yourself. Recent past for Pisces, 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, nostalgia, getting stuck in the past. It feels like you guys have moved on from a certain connection, possible like old friendship. Yeah, it feels like an old friendship more than anything, or an old emotional connection. You are moving from that, you are growing away from that, and it feels like there's a bit of you kind of questioning that. Like, did I shoot myself in the foot? Was that reliable enough? Did I, like, kind of reminiscing, and almost a bit a hinge of like a tinge, whatever the fucking word is, of questioning that. So yeah, it feels like our recent past is one of like, okay, looking at the past and kind of putting a question mark on it. And I think that is also why we're having such this back and forth of tested and blessed, that it would make sense that there'd be a part of us that's kind of reminiscing about what was, because maybe what wasn't so, you know, up and down and left and right and exhausted and da-da-da-da. I think there might have been some sense of stability in the past, or at least like a hint of it, to where you might have been kind of looking at those relationships that you just moved on from and feeling like, fuck, was that the right move? And I could tell you, it definitely was the right move. You're just in a transition point. So what is the near future for Pisces? Yeah, Queen of Cups, you and your element. You are the Queen of Cups. You are receptive to your feelings. This is a lot more of that, what I was talking about, being gentle with yourself. Give yourself some compassion while you're navigating this new terrain, you know, this back and forth, because as Pisces, it feels like the material world is one that we kind of struggle with. We very much resonate with that message of in the world, but not of it. And so when it comes to money wounds, there's a bit of us trying to speak a new language. And I feel like May is where you are. It's like the final test of everything that you learned in learning the language of money. And now May is like, can you use those tools? Can you remember those lessons? Can you apply what it is that you learned without going into escapism of yesterday, you know? Can you be present with what you're experiencing right now and navigate those new terrains? Queen of Cups. And the answer is yes, by the way. It's just, you're being asked that question, and I hope you respond with your honest truth, which is fucking yes. It might be difficult, but I am capable. I didn't go through all of this shit for nothing, you know? 3 of Pentacles in reverse, low quality, mediocre, lack of skills, preoccupation, isolation, sloppiness, and group conflict. I think like that is really what the shadow aspect of it is that you're pushing through in May is, I can't do this on my own. I need people with me. I can't be independent. I can't be trusted with this money or what to do or how to navigate. I need to go work for a company. I need to go back into that line of work or whatever it is. It just feels like there's that aspect of you that's like, I don't have enough or I'm not capable enough. And so you isolate. And so the near future, you're really being asked to like be present with yourself and to know that that voice is going to be there. How are you going to communicate with it? How are you going to, I think communicate is the best way to describe it. So how can you affect this situation? The sun, bringing light to that shadow. This is like putting a divine flashlight on all of those cobwebs and just watching all of the flies go flying and all of the things move around. So how you can best heal all of this is to fully, like, to be the one holding the flashlight. The universe is going to give you the flashlight. Are you going to hold it or are you going to run away from it? So hold that flashlight and know that while you're doing that, every bit of what that light touches is yours, Simba. It is yours to rule, to navigate, to have, you know? And I think like that's really what this Four of Cups in reverse is about, is like what they're bringing to your attention is all of that shit you've been scared of. Since you finally faced it, you can see the terrain, you can see the landscape a lot more clearly, but it doesn't come without having that uncomfortable spotlight on you. It might be uncomfortable at first, but soon you receive those light codes and you're like, boom, there it is. That's the thing. That's the direction I'm going in. I'm inspired again. I feel like a renewed sense of creativity and playfulness. So how is spirit affecting the situation? The Hermit, you're being led by your own light. That's beautiful. I fucking love that. I particularly love the Hermit. I have the lantern tattooed on me because it is, the lantern itself is a symbol of being guided by your own internal light. And again, I was talking about previously that it's more from a spiritual place of us being like, God, where you at? Can you hit my line? And when we are in solitude, when we are in our hermit mode, that is where we can hear spirit most clearly. And so that is really what spirit is, like where they're going to be communicating is internally. So if you can just like hold space, meditate, breathe, which by the way, meditation can be anything that gets you in flow. That could be painting, dancing, singing, driving, listening to music, whatever it is, playing an instrument, whatever, that just gets you in a flow state. If like being in the shower, you can meditate in the shower. You naturally do already. So give yourself permission to know that like spirit's talking loud and clear to you the month of May. And if there is an uncomfortable voice that is playing out in your head, that is the one that you need to start unpacking. You need to start putting the flashlight on them, doing the shadow work. And what that looks like is journaling, freehand journaling. We'll get into self-care and stuff like that, but essentially there are all these different modalities for shadow work. And shadow work essentially is just putting a light on that part of you that you've been trying to suppress. So what's the advice here? Ooh, it says disconnect from external relationships and connect deeper to you and your higher self. The part of you that doesn't question yourself, that knows that you are divine, that knows what the fuck it's doing, like they're doing. And when the Two of Cups is in reverse, that tells me that you've been kind of putting your faith in the hands of others, in the guidance that comes from the external relationships. And Spirit's really telling you this month, it is all about you and your relationship with yourself. Like hearing your higher self and moving and embodying that. Okay, outcome. The Star in reverse. Let's get some clarity around the Star in reverse. I think it's more so about this whole idea of like you are not responsible for the version of you that other people say that you are. Like you don't need to fit those categories of, oh, she's the quirky one, or they're the smart one, or the nerdy one, or the fat one, or whatever. It's just like, I don't have to stay in those labels. I don't need to receive my inspiration or my guidance from external relationships. And I am capable of seeing myself more clearly once I like give myself permission to, once I shake away that part of me that feels like I need to receive spiritual guidance from somebody outside of myself. Like, it's good to like have people around you to receive counsel every now and then, or to just like shoot the shit with your friends. That's always nice to have that reflective relationship. But if it's at the cost of you having clarity of self, then that balance needs to be addressed. And I think that's really what it's coming down to, is that Pisces, you've been labeled as this crybaby hippie that's not capable of taking care of business. And this month, you are proving that stereotype completely the fuck wrong. And there is an aspect of you that kind of bought into that whole concept. And while money might not have been your first language, it is a language that you have learned to communicate in. So give yourself fucking credit for that, and let yourself really process the shadow aspect of you that is still buying that whole idea of, I'm too much of a free spirit, and I'm too lazy, or I'm not capable enough, or all of that shit. Like, you don't need to apply those labels to yourself anymore. So let's see, what else do we have for Pisces in the month of May? Helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. This card has been coming up for a lot of zodiac signs. So I just feel like right now is a month of community. People are helping others. They're receiving help themselves, therefore being able to be helpful to others. And you are going to be receiving some help this month where it just kind of takes the load off your back. Anything else for Pisces? Anything else you'd like them to know for May? Synchronicities. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Dude, it just feels like May is one that is going to really require you to boss the fuck up, to recognize that you do have the tools to be able to take on whatever responsibility is headed your way, whether that is, it just feels like it's all about your finances this month. Just know that you fucking have it in the bag, baby. You just gotta trust yourself, be guided by your own intuitive guidance, and really reconnect with that aspect of yourself, to know that you are connected to source directly. So to tune into that internal frequency is going to be the thing that really aligns you with your abundance, sustainable abundance, you know, not just the paycheck to paycheck kind of vibe, but one that feels consistent. Okay, what do we got for Pisces in May? What's the vibe? I can walk away whenever the fuck I want. Make your vision so clear that success is inevitable. For real though, it's like, I don't need to keep committing to this version of myself that I used to commit to. I don't need to keep thinking that I'm not capable, or that I'm too in the clouds to be responsible with material things, or, you know, I'm lazy, or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, I don't need to keep applying those same limitations to myself. I can walk away from that label at any fucking point. I can walk away from anyone in my life that keeps continuing to try and label me with those labels, and to create that space to make your vision of yourself and your capability and your fortune and your clarity of self like so fucking clear that success is inevitable. The sun, baby. Like, I'm not scared of shining a light on my shadow self, because I know that each time that I do, it brings me closer to my higher self. That's really what it is. It's about you like waking the fuck up. Cause like, hold up, let me see. Oh, never mind. It's about you like waking the fuck up, because this Four of Cups, when it's in reverse, is you finally being able to see what Spirit's been trying to hand you all along. What's some self-care for Pisces the month of May? Ooh, connect with ancestors. Again, this is all about you, like going inward. Oh my God, abundance planning. Hello. Connect with ancestors and create art. Beautiful. So, I am going to read the affirmations and the journal prompts, but if you want the meat and potatoes of the oracle book or the guide the guidebook, then go ahead and pause. You could take a screenshot, whatever. I attract a level of abundance in alignment with my self-worth and reflective of my generous nature. What was your family's relationship with money like when you were growing up? How has that impacted your relationship with money? If you feel comfortable answering any of these journal prompts in the comments below, I'd love to hear your take on things. Connect with ancestors. As I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. What patterns or trends exist in your family line, especially among the women? Do these patterns appear in your life? Ooh, yo, all I'm hearing is your mom was shit with money, your grandma was shit with money. They didn't know shit about money because they were historically, as women, not allowed to have any information or guidance or, capability. They were set up to fail. So essentially, you're healing that pattern. You're healing the cycle of not knowing how to navigate finances because you have, you're either female or you have feminine energy to you as a Pisces, it's that whole shit that's really being healed right now. Create art. I am an artist creating a masterpiece that is called my life. What blocks, real or imagined, stop you from making art? What practical steps can you take to work through these blocks? Bro, go to Dollar Tree and get some art supply, especially if you have kids, and just fucking call it a day. Go to town, my love. So that is what I am seeing for Pisces for May. Let me know how that resonates for you guys. Maybe circle back at the end of the month and let me know how this all plays out. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, come to one of my full moon ceremonies, learn tarot, and so much more. All of that is on my website, JessieRetroReadings.com, which is always linked in the description of the videos. But until next time, remember, if they ain't paying your bills, pay them no mind. And even if they are paying your bills, bitch, pay them no mind. Check you later. Bye.